Y'all got me so riled up, it's not even funny. Okay. Y'all should already know.
Yeah, we get it in, I don't know about you. Go to my neck, go to my wrist too. Yeah, you know we deep, so you gotta let us through. 'Cause they love us, we turn to trouble. Let me see what you.
What's up, Ray Gang? It's your girl Marie here to brighten your day with another reaction video. And today we are watching Mr. Nightmare. Ooh, again? Yeah. Because you guys have actually really been requesting him. I'm shocked. Kinda not, because y'all know I get scared and I'm pretty sure y'all love to see me get scared. Am I right? I know I'm right. But before we even get into the video, let's get into these post notification shout outs, okay? Today's post notification shout out goes to Bad Trip Gonzalez. Thank you so much for joining the Ray Gang, and I love you so much, little raising at you. And before you guys say it, I know. Where's your makeup? Look, Marie's having a calm day, okay? You see I got my Mickey pajamas on. Hair is done though, because you know, can't get all in camera with the hair not being done. That's just not cute. But the makeup, she just couldn't make it today. So sorry. Hate to disappoint, but it's okay, because natural always wins. So, let's get into the video, shall we? By the way, y'all, we are also using beats again to give it more of a feel. I didn't even say what we were watching. Oh my god, we're watching Mr. Nightmare. 5 sleep paralysis horror stories. It sounds worse when I say that. Let's go. I didn't like how that started. I didn't like how that started at all. And you said there's 5 of these? Oh, these better be short stories.
Has anyone ever had sleep paralysis before? I tell you, it's one of the strangest, most fascinating, yet horrifying things that you could experience.
And I
It's the
actually
feeling
have...
of being unable to move upon awakening. Your senses and awareness are intact, but you still feel as though you're in this half-asleep, half-awake state.
Yeah.
I'd heard stories of this long before it happened to me. I've only experienced it once.
We gotta call on Jesus.
I was going through an incredibly tough time in my life.
Aww.
I was insanely stressed during finals week. I wasn't getting much sleep. It must have been the night before my last final. I went to bed late because I stayed up all night studying for bio. I don't remember at what point I decided to finally call it. I just remember it all becoming a blur, then blackness. Next thing I remember, I was in my room, in my bed. But there was this weird haziness in my awareness.
Just gonna move
I
back.
was awake, but I felt weaker. And when I tried to move, I couldn't. I could only move my eyes to look around the dark room. At one point, when I guess I was looking to one side of the room, I looked back to the center, and there was this woman standing dead center in the room, facing the bed. She was wearing this black dress and holding some long objects.
See, no,
I
got time for that. I'm not looking. I'm not looking. I'm not.
Anything.
No.
The woman came closer to me until she knelt down and touched my forehead.
Oh, I'm not looking. I'm looking at my hand. I'm looking at my hand. I'm looking at my hand. I'm looking at my hand.
She got eye to eye with me.
Oh my
I could see my mother's face. I tried to say "Mom" again, desperately.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. No.
She stood back up and walked to the doorway before disappearing into the house.
Oh.
I lay there, unable to move, maybe another 10 to 20 seconds before my vision suddenly became more clear, and I was able to think more clearly as well. I was able to sit up. I jumped out of the bed, screaming "Mom" over and over. I ran to the bedroom hallway, yelling her name.
Nah,
the door
man.
opened down the hall, and someone came to hug me. But it wasn't my mom. It was my dad.
Okay.
Telling me he misses her too. My mom died 3 weeks before this happened.
See? No. That's... No. 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 I don't like this.
You know what I love about dreams? How vague and how bizarre they can be. You feel like you're in this separate world where things can just make no sense.
Is that someone
What
sleeping?
about when that unearthliness transcends into the quote-unquote real world?
Don't say
You'll see
that.
what I mean in a minute.
No, I
I was
don't
in
want
REM
to.
sleep having this bizarre nightmare about being followed by some weird creature in the middle of the woods. The dream became fuzzy though, and I kind of woke up from it. I say kind of, because while I was out of the dream and back in my bed, I couldn't move a muscle in my body. I started hearing this faint, weird noise. It was this indescribable, robotic, yet alive type sound. It started light and soft, but it repeated every 3 seconds.
I don't like this in my headphones.
I noticed it was getting slightly louder every time. I felt like the sound was getting closer.
Please don't come.
It was so unbearably loud in my head. I just wanted to scream, but I couldn't. Then my eyes locked onto the closet door.
Ooh, no.
Specifically, the crack in the closet door, which I never leave open, ever.
See?
There was this distorted face of a man looking between the crack.
I think
this
not.
unhumanly large, open-mouthed smile.
I will not
and
look.
every time I heard the noise, it seemed as if the closet and the face were getting closer until the closet door slammed shut.
Please, see.
I regained control of my body shortly after that.
There's a demon in
The
your
first thing I
room.
did, even though I was 24 years old, was run to my parents' room to get my
And
dad
I'm
to check
21,
the closet
so
with
what?
me. There was
So
nothing
what?
in the closet, though, or the rest of my
There
room.
was.
My dad seemed pretty confident that what I just experienced was sleep paralysis.
It's time to
and
move.
that he had experienced it once as well. Didn't make me feel any less disturbed about what I just went through.
It's time to move. Stop it with the heart beating. My heart's already beating fast.
Many years ago, I had a sleep paralysis experience. I knew there was a thing in my closet, something really evil.
Why is it always
I
the
also knew I was dreaming
closet?
and I should face my fear. I tried not to look directly at the closet door, but if I moved my eyes, my head would turn away. No matter how hard I tried, I couldn't look directly at it.
Of course.
And I woke up in a cold sweat. At first I felt really relieved that it was over, but very shortly I realized it wasn't a dream, and there was really something in the closet. I was laying on my back and couldn't move. I didn't really hear it, but I could kind of feel the sickening laughter wash over me in waves, emanating from the closet. All
No.
of a sudden the thing throws a human head at me, and it
Oh!
lands on my chest face up.
Please, God, don't show it.
It was this girl I knew in high school. Up to this point I was kind of holding it together, terrified but not panicked. Well, I lose it now. I can't even scream. All I could do is make these grunting sounds and moaning noises.
I don't like this
Wriggling and
picture.
straining, trying to rock from side to side to get it off me, but I can't move. This seemed to last maybe another minute or two, and then I really woke up. It was so traumatic that for weeks I would be scared when I woke up that I wasn't actually awake, and something horrible could happen at any second.
Oh, no, sis. You got to call
Still
the
makes my
pastor.
skin crawl when I think about
No,
that laugh.
you going through something
The thing is, I've
different.
never heard of sleep paralysis or night terrors at that point in my life.
You going
I
through
thought I
something
was losing my
different.
mind.
You are. Oh, I can't be over at 3. Why? This must be shorter.
I've suffered sleep paralysis a total of 3 times in my life. The first 2 times, it just consisted of me waking up not being able to move my body.
That's a whole dead
The
body.
third time was much different, though. I had woken up very early morning, probably like between 5 and 6 a.m., when the sun was just starting to come up. There was
least
light in
there's
the
some
room,
sun.
but barely any. I tried to move, but I had that unfortunately familiar feeling of paralysis, helplessness. My eyes fixated on the wall. There was nothing I could do. Then, suddenly, I heard heavy footsteps coming up the stairs of my bedroom. It was my brother, followed by my sister and dad and mom.
I rebuke it
They
in
were
the
all
name of
sobbing
Jesus Christ.
hysterically, and they all seemed to be at least a foot taller.
No.
It was unnerving. The 4 of them approached my bed, then stopped at the bedside, towering
get away
over
from the
me,
screen.
all 4 of them crying. I couldn't move.
Oh,
I wanted to
see.
cry for help.
No.
I just yell at them to stop because they were scaring me. Their heights, they looked like they were near to hitting the ceiling.
It's because they ate
Then,
there.
just as quickly as they entered, all 4 of them turned and walked back
my
down the
God.
stairs. I could move again, and so I ran down the stairs to follow them, but they weren't in the outside area. I went to each of their rooms one at a time. All 4 of them were fast asleep.
Of course they were.
My heart was racing because the most surreal, unnerving thing just happened to me.
Oh my God.
I had to lean on the wall to gather my thoughts for a second.
I'm waking
breathing
everybody
heavily.
up.
Falling back asleep was futile the rest of the night.
I'm not looking at the screen. Y'all can cancel
I
Christmas.
lay awake until the sun was fully up. A few days later,
Aight.
I was struck by a speeding car when crossing the road with friends and ended up with 3 broken bones and a fractured thigh bone. I was hospitalized for a week,
Oh my
and
God.
at one point, all 4 of my family members stood next to my hospital bed, looking down at me, my mom being emotional and crying. It was almost the same image from my
Oh
sleep
my
paralysis.
God.
I'm not superstitious at all, but if I were, I would 100% believe that dream was some kind of sign.
You see the future.
Some kind of prediction of the future.
Yeah.
In fact, I just got chills writing that last sentence, thinking about it.
Ooh. See. I don't like that. This is
There was this one time
outside.
I was out late drinking with friends. It was some point in the summer of 2016. We were kind of just walking around town and then around the neighborhood when one of my friends spotted someone hiding in a bush.
Ooh, time to go
He
home.
pointed and said, "Look," and we all walked a little closer to get a better look. We could see what he was talking about, but just barely. It was bizarre, like someone hiding in this bush in front of this house.
But why are you going to check it out?
Apparently. This weird, off-putting sound started coming from the bush.
Ooh!
So we all screamed and laughed and ran away.
Ooh!
We screamed because it was scary, but laughed because at the same time it was bizarrely funny.
No,
And
see,
there
it's
were a
funny
lot
until
of
somebody
us,
get
so-
caught.
Anyway, we walked back to our houses respectively,
It shaked in the
assuming
woods.
whoever was in that bush was just messing with people. I fell asleep pretty easily that night since I was drunk, but next thing I remember was waking up to the near pitch blackness of my room.
Nope.
I couldn't look at the clock to see what time it was because I literally couldn't move. I was in a sleep paralysis state. I looked around the room with my eyes only and started to hear a familiar noise. The noise we heard coming from that bush. Then I looked straight in front of me, at the foot of my bed.
Please God, don't show
What I
it.
saw was pure nightmare fuel. It was what appeared to be this floating, grotesque, horrific head of a demonic ghost-like thing. As it got closer to me, I realized it wasn't floating.
This is some stupidness.
It was
I don't
a
like
body,
it. I don't like the
and
face.
its body blended
I don't
in
like
with the
the
blackness
face.
of the room.
I don't. That's the
Its mouth
grudge.
hung open, and it just kept making a familiar noise from the bush.
Can we please stop?
It got mere inches from my face before it suddenly
I
just
don't like this noise. I don't like this
faded
noise. I don't
away.
like this noise. I don't like this
I
noise.
was able to let out a scream
Oh
and
my
move my
God.
body.
Oh.
I sat in my bed, panting and heart racing. I flicked on the lamp and checked around my bed.
Lord.
That demonic thing was gone. What I just experienced seemed so real, like I was awake for it. It wasn't a dream. I told my parents about it the next day, and they agreed with me that it was sleep paralysis.
Why
They
are
had
parents
never
so
heard of
calm
anyone seeing
about
freaky
this?
shit like that before.
You know, that first one got me. Can it be over? Can it be over? Can it be over? Is it over? Is it over? Oh my God! He ain't talking. Oh my God! That had me shook at the end. Get this off my screen. Get it 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 off my screen. I had to exit out the video on that one. Get it off my screen. I hate y'all. I don't like y'all. Y'all did this to scare me. I know his name is Mr. Nightmare, but y'all, like, I don't do well with faces. I don't do well with stuff like that popping out at me. I don't do well at all. And the fact that my bed is right across from my closet, and then I have blackout curtains. Well, this morning, I don't see morning until I open up these curtains. The first and the last one, hands down, had me shook. And then the one with the family all around you, that was nothing but the demon telling you your time, you need to chill. Look, you about to be in the hospital for a couple weeks. How the demon just gonna tell you that? But what stays me is that all the parents is just so calm about this. Like, if I were to go downstairs and tell my mother right now what I have experienced, if it was the first one or the last one, she'd be like, we got to call the church. We got to bless my child because we don't deal with the devil. No, not in this house. We don't deal with him. We don't do that. It's only God over here, baby. I don't think so. I don't like the DEVIL. I cannot. You know what? Whoever, I'm gonna find you in the comments because there was one person only who told me to react to this, and I was just being a good person and say, I'm gonna react to it because, you know, I've been a G with the Mr. Nightmare videos. Why not? Because I've experienced sleep paralysis once in my life. And, you know, let me tell you something. I was horrified. I ain't seen no crazy crap like that, though. No, I just couldn't move. All I could do was move my eyes around. That's all I could do. And then I prayed after that. After that one prayer, after I prayed like 10 times, because I didn't want to feel that feeling again, look, I was done. I never had it a day in my life ever again. I'm gonna knock on some wood. Give me a second. Knock on my door. Well, that was a good scare. Yeah, you got me, guys. You got me. You got me, okay? But anyways, guys, I would like you to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Give me more videos to react to, unlike this one. Give me songs to sing, give me challenges to try, and try to guess what the new segment on my channel is coming up soon. And I love you, reggae. Bye!